Having trouble with your bar chords? Well, in this video, let me give you 5 tips that you can use to learn and master your bar chords. So stay tuned for the video. Hi, my name is Justin from bedhairguitarist.com. I'm a musician and a guitar instructor based in Singapore. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips you can use to learn and master your bar chords. Now, if you like the content that I presented in this video, do go over to my page at facebook.com/bedhairguitarist and like the page, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends who you think need help with their bar chords. So the first tip I want to give you in order to play your bar chords well is first, jump right into playing bar chords. Don't delay it, don't put it off. A lot of people always put off playing bar chords because they think it's difficult and it's tricky. You know, with my students, we start learning bar chords around the 6th or 7th lesson, which is super fast. Because I believe that the moment you start jumping right into learning bar chords, regardless of how bad you change the chords or how bad it sounds, your muscles will eventually get a hang of it, and over time, you know, they'll get better. You will need at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks to start getting the hang of bar chords. But if you dive right into it, the faster your progress is going to be. So that's tip number 1. So for tip number 2, my tip is don't simplify the songs you're going to play. Meaning, don't reach out for the capo and then capo the 2nd or the 4th fret or the 5th fret just to play easier chord shapes. While this is another lesson for another day, I would figure out what are the original chords or the exact chords that the guitarist is playing in the song and use it exactly. If they happen to be bar chords, use the opportunity to learn those bar chords. Don't simplify things. So that's tip number 2. So tip number 3, let's talk about the bar chords itself, alright? So tip number 3 is learn the shapes of the bar chords well first. Oftentimes the reason why you're not used to bar chords is because actually at the end of the day, you're not super familiar with the chord. Let's take an F chord, for example, F bar chord. You need to really learn the shape of the F bar chord very well. How do you know that if you got the shape down? At first it's going to be clumsy. You know, your fingers are going to be all over the place trying to stretch. But after a while, you should be noticing that your fingers look straight and it looks good on the guitar. It looks like a real bar chord. So what's happening is that once your fingers get the hang of the shape, the strength will come with it. So learn your bar chord shapes well first. Oftentimes, it's really because you do not know your shapes well enough. So for tip number 4, I'm going to talk about something controversial. Theory is not important for bar chords. Let me explain myself. People get too caught up often with trying to figure out how bar chords work the way they do. Why is it this shape? And if you move up the fret, what does it mean? Well, sometimes learning too much theory isn't too good, especially if you don't use it in a practical manner. You just tend to forget about it, and it confuses you, and it might put you off learning bar chords. Let me go about this in a different way. Think about your C chord or your G chord. You didn't learn what notes were in the C chord. You didn't know that C chord was C, E, G put together. You just learned it as a shape. And because you used it in a different song, when you see the C chord, you just used it again. That's how you remember it and how you got better at the C chord. Well, the same thing with bar chords. Let's take F again, our trusty F chord. You do not know why it's this shape. And you do not know why it's at the 1st fret. But you know that every time you form this shape at the 1st fret, it's going to give you the F bar chord. And the next song that you see that has an F inside, just use it. And that's the best, just use it, and I can guarantee you that that's the best way you will remember the F bar chord. Our final tip number 5 is don't just learn one bar chord and stick to it for the next few weeks. Try to learn a variety of bar chords. Learn as many bar chords as you can. The reason for this is because variety helps with your muscles and learning faster. It's just like going to the gym. I don't know if you know this, but if you go to the gym and you do the same workout for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, the same workout, what's going to happen is that your muscles will get the hang of it and you will not get stronger. The same thing with bar chords. By learning different bar chords like F, B minor, B major for example, and you use them in the songs, in the context of the songs, your muscles will learn how to play bar chords better and get stronger. Alright, so those are the 5 tips to learn and master your bar chords well. If you're stuck through to the video to this part, I'd like to give you a bonus tip. If you go to my description, I'll give you a link to a YouTube video where I actually talk about how to really learn bar chords well in the context of a song. So with the 5 tips and the YouTube video, I hope that you will really learn and master your bar chords in time. Again, if you like this video, do share it with others, do like my page. If you have any comments, just drop me a message. If you're interested in lessons, drop me a message as well. Thank you.